Good morning everyone, welcome back to the Hearthstone ladder. My name is Rooster and this is Reno Rogue. It is the month of August and it is time to start climbing the ladder once more. So I did reach rank 5 in the very last day of the month of July. It took me a little more effort than usual, but I have been playing a little less last month compared to what I would used to. So that is probably not a problem. It also does indicate that I have not had much success with this deck so far. With already two 2-drops in hand, I don't mind leaving this Swamp Ooze alone. And Reno is a good get against most Mage decks, actually. So yeah, pretty glad with this situation so far. Of course, I am keeping in mind that we might be facing Tempo Mage, so perhaps the Loot Hoarder wasn't too good of a choice, and maybe I should have stuck to the Ooze, which is rather good against Mana Worm on turn 1, so that's reasonable, but Doomsayer is also pretty good against Mana Worm, so that's kind of okay, especially since I have the coin and she does not. Don't think coining something out is going to be valuable here. So yeah, I have been playing this deck for a bit today, and have not had the greatest of success, but I did change up the deck list a little bit since then, so that's kind of okay. I've also played 1 or 2 games with 2 Shadow Strikes in the deck, and that wasn't a pleasant experience when I found out that I did not have Reno available, or that Reno didn't work. That is rather awkward. I'm thinking of using an Eviscerate here, because this seems to be Freeze Mage, and that does make Doomsayer mightily awkward, but I don't mind giving up a little bit of tempo here, I think. Let's do this. And put a little pressure on the Mage here with the Ooze. Since we drew it anyway, might as well make some use out of it. And perhaps force her to use a Frostbolt here, that would be kind of nice. Could very well be a different kind of Mage, but I'm pretty much expecting Freeze at this point, and that is going to be a Frostbolt, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. Well, we haven't got much pressure right now, but we did force her to expend some resources, and that is a good top deck, so I don't mind that at all. If you don't draw your the right cards at the right time, then this deck can struggle for a little bit. That is kind of a problem, but most decks have some issues in that regard. So that is probably okay. Do we want to deny the card draw more, or do we actually want to develop some things? I would like to Fan of Knives, because that's absolutely worthless against Mage. And I can't really do that. I can't give her the card draw for free, so I basically have to do it this way. Don't like using the Doomsayer here, although she's likely to get rid of this. I would like for her to actually have to invest in that. So that is fine. Also a reminder that dropping Sylvanas could be dangerous, again with Doomsayers in mind. Reno, I expect, is going to be pretty good, but what do we drop here? I don't know. Let's see what the secret is first, of course. So that's an Ice Barrier, that is fine. I am killing the Novice Engineer, because any damage a Freeze Mage can deal is going to hurt. She can drop a Doomsayer and Fireball Sylvanas, so that's a bit ugly. Means I don't really want to do that. I might just Auctioneer, actually. I don't think I really need the Auctioneer that much for the card draw. I do really need the Reno, and I do need to put some pressure on her. So if she has to Flame Strike this, then I guess I'm okay with that. Then I can probably drop Sylvanas afterwards. I don't mind that too much. I don't have an wait, I do have an answer to a Doomsayer? No, I don't. But she did expect expend some resources in dealing with the auctioneer, so that's pretty good. Would like to attack here just to see what the secret is, I think. Maybe I don't. Could go... Maybe I should have gone for the Sylvanas here. I don't like giving her a 2-for-1 with that, so I would like to drop Sylvanas on an empty board. That's basically it. Might just be an empty turn here. That seems really awkward, but... in that case I might just as well drop the SI7 agent, I think. That's not unreasonable. So there's an ice block up, that's okay. She's already used a Frostbolt and an Iceland, so I'm not that concerned about being instantly dropped to 0 from a high life total, so that's okay. Again, not dealing any damage here, but that's fine. Don't want to drop anything here. No, I don't want to drop anything here. Careful. I guess we just keep attacking. Didn't play around Vaporize, but that's a bit of a stretch. I guess it could be a Reno Mage deck, but that's so unlikely that I'm not willing to spend too much brain power on that. So as long as we can keep dealing damage, then I'm fine with just building up a few cards in my hand. She'll have to Blizzard or Flame Strike this eventually. So there's the Doomsayer. Do we have a way to get rid of that if she Frost Novas here? Oh, just does it that way. Well, in that case, I don't really have to expend any resources. I mean, the minions can just attack it, but I would like to also deal a little bit of face damage here. I don't like sapping that, though. Is there anything I want to sap in a Freeze Mage deck? As long as I do have the means to deal with it, I don't mind sapping the Doomsayer, I think. Because I don't want to sap Alexstrasza, I don't want to sap Emperor, and I don't want to sap Antonidas, and that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much everything that the sap is going to be used for, right? So in that case I might as well just sap it and see if she has anything meaningful next turn. Anything I need to drop here? Not really. No, we can just pass turn. The Perdition's Blade I might need for dealing with the Doomsayer. So that's why I'm hanging on to it right now. There's the Doomsayer again. It's going to be eventually. Okay, so there's the Frost Nova. Do I still Shadow Strike that? I think I do. I think that's important enough. Skulker's going to be a little awkward. I can't deal with that without using the Shadow Strike, can I? No, I cannot. So that's fine. Dealing with that right now. Yeah, I would have liked to use the Skulker there, but that's probably okay. Not expending too much resources. That's actually reasonably important, and these minions are pulling their weight. They definitely are. I'm expecting the mage to, at some point, expend some burn on my face, and that's the point where I should be concerned about my health a little bit. But for now, we seem to be doing okay. Pink's face. That is interesting. I wonder whether I should be worried for my health right now. I'm probably dropping the Skulker here, so that means I can Shiv face to draw a card. That's probably fine. I could also drop a Sylvanas, since she already used a Doomsayer. That is probably fine in the ways of generating pressure, but I think the Dark Iron Skulker also does an admirable job, so Sylvanas might come down after a board wipe. I think that's reasonable. And we might even force her to deal with the board right away. I'm wondering about the amount of burst she could have in one turn. If she has one Frostbolt and one Ice Lance, that means she has 7 damage, and then without an Emperor she can't really do a whole lot, I think. With an Emperor the calculations become a little off. Let's say she has Roaring Torch. Yeah, exactly Roaring Torch and fireball aside from that, so that means that's 12, that's 19 damage. I think that's the maximum amount she can do right now. So if I get dropped below 19, I think I have to Reno. But then I can Shadow Stab it, so that's actually kind of fine. Do we drop Sylvanas here? I think we do. I think we do drop Sylvanas here. Yeah, if she wants to expend the fireball on Sylvanas, then I think I'm fine with that. Don't want to drop the Undercity Valiant though, because, well, kind of want to force her to expend her board wipes without getting too much value out of it. If she uses another Blizzard here, then that's also fine with me. Because, well, she's using it on minions that she could also ping down. That's the thing. She doesn't have another ice barrier, so she has to be careful with her health. And because we have a hero power that deals 1 damage, okay, Emperor kinda makes things difficult. Let's see. How much can she actually deal with an Emperor? So that's double, let's assume double Fireball, Roaring Torch, Frostbolt. That would mean 21 damage. If the Iceland joins those, then that's actually troublesome. Can we break the block and still kill the Emperor? That's the question. Then I'm fine with giving up my board here. Oh, the Doomsayer would automatically... No, it wouldn't give us the Emperor. So that means... Assume we do this. Assume we backstab the Emperor. Then trade this in. Then we need 3 additional damage from something, which we cannot. Okay. Do we attack face and then Yogg? I don't like that thought. I don't want to drop Reno here, that's the main thing. So I guess we're breaking the block and dropping Yogg? I really don't like that idea. How about this?
Here we go.
I think I'm okay with this. We break the block. I don't think she can kill us unless she has exactly 5 burn spells. Which could be reasonable. Actually, she might very well have that. But only if she has exactly 5 burn spells she can kill me right now. And otherwise, I'm living for another turn, which means I can read now. Thelnos, did I calculate for Thelnos? Oh, I don't know. I might be dead here. So she can do Fireball, Fireball. Frostbolt, Iceland means I'm dead. Okay, so yeah, 4 plus Thelnos, I guess that also works. Should I have Reno there? I don't think... I think that was a calculated risk. She needed either 5 burn spells or Thelnos plus a burn spell. Thelnos plus 4. Odds are reasonable that she actually had that, so that might have been a mistake, actually. Maybe if I had taken a little less damage in the early game, I don't know. Every time you hero power a 1-1, it's actually relevant. That's the strange thing. The single digits do matter. And I guess we weren't putting on enough pressure? I don't know. In any other situation we would have been fine, but even just 1 damage would have mattered in that game. Because if we were one health higher, then we could have survived. It's in the little details. Maybe I should have just gone for Reno. We could have shadow stabbed it and it would have been okay, but that would mean... we could have just broken the ice block, and yeah, that would have been the better play. So what am I doing here? Against the Hunter, I don't think Betrayal is good enough in the... Actually, no, in the early game it's not. So let's keep the Petitions Blade and see what else we have. Dark Iron Skulker is a good card to have. So let's hope we have some other decent options. Maybe I should have stuck with the Betrayal, which might actually do a thing against the Hunter if they do something like... it's really not that impressive, but I'm thinking if they have something like a Huge Toad and a Flame Juggler, for example. then killing one of them for 2 mana is probably worth it. And it's better than doing nothing. But I don't mind daggering up. And then the Perdition's Blade afterwards is a little weak, I will say. That's not an amazing start from the Hunter, so I'm reasonably happy with that at least. Daggering up and just preserving my options here. Excuse me there. Wow. I shouldn't be trying to talk and drink at the same time. That's a bad habit. So, do we just drop the 3-2 for a little bit of pressure? I kinda like doing that. Sure. So next turn we would drop the Tomb Pillager, and that's probably fine. Since we're planning on playing the Tomb Pillager, I don't think attacking is necessary, since that means we're delaying the Perdition's Blade for a little bit. We might be up against the Yogg'Saron Hunter. That should be something we should consider, I think. I wouldn't mind an ooze right now. How about that? Yeah, Tomb Pillager's still fine. If he wants to deadly shot that, that's perfectly okay with me. What happens next turn? Probably Redagger, actually. So that means we attack here. Since it's reasonably likely that we play a 3-mana thing, which could be the Perdition's Blade, or one of the other 3-mana things, and then we Redagger, so that's fine. And it looks like our turn 6 might very well be double 3s, which would include the Perdition's Blade, so that's fine. Let's see, is there any way we kill... There's not really any way in which we kill that right now, is there? Without sacrificing the Tomb Pillager, I mean. Not really. We can attack it and then Perdition's Blade, but that still requires 2, and I don't have the mana for that. Alternatively, we fan... does not work. Without expending the Shadow Step, which... No, that's a possibility. That also doesn't work. No, so nothing works, that means we trade the Pillager. That's probably fine. We get a coin back, and that means we can now... Do we weapon and... I guess that means we weapon. Sure. Still a little... Oh, I really should have yet... Yeah, I should have just dropped the 3-3 and daggered. That's probably a better play here. Because preserving the coin with the Auctioneer is actually really worthwhile. And that's a thing I should have considered. So yeah, that wasn't ideal. Should have given that a little more thought. I was really hoping I could preserve the Tomb Pillager there, but that just wasn't going to happen that turn. So I'm fine with killing Thalnos here. If a hunter plays a Thalnos, then that's probably worth killing. I'm thinking I'll use the Fan of Knives though, because we don't have a lot of great options. And I don't think it'll be too spectacular. So do we want to attack here? I don't suppose I'll be attacking a lot of minions against a hunter, so... and cycling the Thalnos is also not terrible, so that's fine. You might have an easy way to deal with it, but that's okay. Hoping to get some worth out of the Skulker, because... Yeah, I really screwed up that turn with the coin. That's such a waste. At least he's not winning these, and I still have a 2 damage weapon, so I'm pretty sure I'll attack a minion here, unless of course he drops another low drop.
Your magic shall not save.
Oh, that's interesting. So silences that. Okay, that's fine. I will certainly just drop the Dark Heaven Skulker and attack those. Do I want to attack Thalnos in? I think I'm fine with taking a little bit of damage here. And dropping an additional minion just to cycle a card, and perhaps have an answer to whatever he's playing right now. No high main, which is actually rather surprising. So explosive shot, should have played around that? I probably should have played around that, right? Yeah, so that was kind of a mistake. If I don't... yeah, okay, so we're definitely auctioneering here, since we actually drew a useful spell, so that's pretty good. Do we Shadow Step it though? I don't think we Shadow Step it. If it's a Control Hunter, I'm more incentivized to take Karen Bloodhoof here, instead of Zeril. Although Zeril could be pretty good if the Auctioneer survives, I don't... well, I could Shadow Step the Auctioneer and then go for Zeril and draw a bunch of cards. I think I like that plan, you know? So let's Shadow Step the Auctioneer, and then we've got a pretty good battle plan. We don't have a lot of board presence right now, but we can certainly do a lot next turn. Possibly drop the Auctioneer, then the Zeril, then Preparation Betrayal, hopefully. Well, Betrayal is pretty... no, it's actually not that great against Call of the Wild. If the order was a little better, then it could have been pretty good. So I'm thinking... well, Betrayal still happens, right? It's just a matter of... Zeril happens first. I think we'll be able to live for a turn, so that's reasonable. Let's go with this and this. And then probably Betrayal happens, just so it kills that. Or do we... yeah, it at least kills the Huffer, so that's decent. Cycle this one, sure. Not too enthused about how this is going. We're taking 7 next turn, so we might very well be dead. That is... was that a mistake? Maybe we should have gone for Reno, but that would mean we're not getting rid of anything. Wait, we could have Reno plus Betrayal. That would have been better, right? Would that have been better? If we can Reno next turn, it's still going to be pretty good, but I don't know whether we live. You need 6 damage from hand. That's... well, at least second Call the Wild... oh, second Call the Wild does kill us. Wait, does it? That's 5 damage from hand, 6... 7, 8? That's 8 damage from hand, yeah. Yeah, so that does kill us. Unleash? Not necessarily. If he has Kill Command, then we're dead, but... okay, that's decent enough. If he's as long as he's considering trading, then that's pretty good for us. Since Reno's going to do some work. Yeah, we're not dead, so that's good news. I would have liked to preserve the Shadow Step, but that's not in the books for us right now. So that's deal 2 damage. Oh, that's really good. So Reno always has to happen here. And that also means that... oh, we could have attacked the doggy first, I guess. So we lost a little bit of life. That's okay. So we kill this. And we kill the doggy, and that's fine for now. Yeah, so we could have taken 2 less damage there, but that's okay. How good is N'Zoth right now? I'm pretty sure we need to drop the Torrent first. We're getting back a Tomb Pillager and a Zeril, and that's basically it, right? Yeah, we're not running too many Death Rattle minions, but it's okay. Oh, and a Thelmos, I think. Yeah, we are also getting a Thelmos. So another... oh, a Hunter's Mark, okay. But that does leave his boards kind of vulnerable, so I don't mind that too much. We're still doing quite decently. We could go for Yogg here, but that's a little risky. We do still have the dagger, so I don't mind it too much. But going for the Infested Tauren is still fine, probably. I don't know about this. We can Azure Drake. If we can Azure Drake Infested, that's probably better, right? Yeah, sure. Let's Azure Drake, see what we get. Ooh, if we can drop that before...
Here we go.
Yes, please. If we can drop that before N'Zoth comes, then that's going to be pretty good. Yeah, so I'm expecting him to be a Yogg Hunter here. If he trades the Pyromancer here, that's fine with me. As long as the infested Tauren dies, then that's perfectly reasonable. And hoping to be able to go for a Sylvanas next turn. So that means assuming he doesn't have too much pressure right now. So kill command on that one. That means he's probably trading into the 2/2, doesn't he? Oh, he's killing off his own Pyromancer. Well, that's a mistake. I don't mind that. I did lose my Reno, so I will lose this at some point in the nearby future. Maybe I should just go for an Azoth right now. It's actually not awful. I could Briar to trade and then Sylvanas dagger up. I don't really like dropping Sylvanas on an empty board against the Hunter, but I guess it's still reasonable. We could go Sylvanas Ooze. Yeah, that's probably okay. You'll very likely get rid of Sylvanas, so
I have no time for games.
I'm okay with this. Let's trade this one off. Play the Ooze. So we have 2 minions on the field, so Deadly Shot doesn't guaranteed kill her. And then we can go for an Azoth next turn. Maybe I should have played Yogg before, but I will have to admit Yogg hasn't been too kind to me so far. So I'm a little nervous about that situation. Yeah, so the Hunter does have some amount of pressure in the form of direct damage, but I think... Oh, okay, that's good, that's good. Maybe he has 2. That wouldn't be unreasonable, killing 2 of them, right? So that was pretty lucky. That means he doesn't have a way to get rid of it. That does mean he doesn't have a way to get rid of it. That means... What does that mean for us right now? That means we're attacking face, first of all. And I think we can just take it slowly, or do we just Azoth and beat down? I think we just should... We should just hammer it home, right? If he has an Unleash, that could be pretty killer, but... yeah, so he Yogg's here. That is actually kind of obvious. Maybe I should have waited for the Yogg. Oh, but if he... Oh, that's not good. I was thinking maybe if he... What happened there? I don't even know what that did. Oh, it was confused. Okay. Head crack. That's probably fine. Okay. Yogg wasn't too kind to him either, so that's pretty good. Yeah, so I was thinking playing Yogg into a board with Sylvanas is really dangerous, so that's why Sylvanas was pretty good over there. But if the mirror image lands first, then that could have ended pretty badly for us. So Sylvanas could have stolen a 0/2 instead, and then we might have lost our board again. He didn't play too many spells though, so yeah, that wasn't too impressive.
Valera versus Garrosh. Victory or death.
What?
Yeah, if your name's that long, then I guess you'll pop up beneath my overlay. I'm sorry, but that name doesn't even make any sense. Keeping the SI7 agent, not keeping the Shadow Strike. SI7 against the warrior is actually not that great, especially without the coin. We can do a little better than this, but it's still in our top 50%, I think. We have a lot of early game in this deck, so I think it's not unreasonable getting rid of this. I'll actually keep the Shadow Strike, because if the warrior coins out something mean like a frothing berserker or something, then I wouldn't mind Shadow Striking that, I think.
The pleasure is mine.
Greetings.
Just something big and mean, and I'll take any opportunity I get of killing that without using my face 3 times, or 4 times, or whatever. So coining something out here, that means we can probably Shadow Strike it. Or it's an Acolyte of Pain. I've seen that before today. So do we kill it? We can kill it if we backstab it. That seems a little weak. Let him draw his cards. We don't have a lot of other options though, so we could Shadow Strike that, but that seems really weak to me. I guess it's not unreasonable. If he had a Fiery War Axe, I think he would have played it to get rid of my Load Harder here, so... I actually think it's not unreasonable. This might be a mistake, but... It does deny him a card draw. It does deny him an easy out to get rid of my Loot Harder, so that's okay. And... well, I guess that's an easy out, but he would have played that, so that was a top deck. I am pretty sure he would have played that if he had it, so... are we going for... We could go for Position Splitting, get rid of this. That does open up a lot of more opportunities later. I kind of like it. You don't have to get the full value out of it. It's a card you don't need to combo, basically.
I have an axe to grind.
So that's kind of an annoying card, I will admit. I may just have to take 5. I guess I will. I guess I will take 5. I could go for... No, Skulker doesn't work if I want to, as I 7 also. Yeah, so these things don't combine too well, but it does allow me to get rid of it, so I probably should. Yeah, don't want to go for Skulker here, that sounds really bad. 1-1 SI7 Agent, that could work. 1-1 Dark Iron Skulker could work. 1-1 Reno would be pretty sweet. That does allow me to use my face a bit more often, so that's pretty good. What do you got? Bash. Okay, so we're up against the more controlling warrior over here. Yeah, pretty sure combo warrior does not use Bash because it's just doesn't really do anything. Do we want to out heal a warrior? I guess Reno's not terrible here. Just playing Reno for tempo is probably okay. It's better than doing nothing. And I will attack face just to force the armor up, I guess. It doesn't really force anything, but it's still fine. So slams that and then shield slams it? I don't know whether that's the best call ever, but I suppose it does prevent me of bouncing it again, so it's not that terrible. Yeah, I do feel a little bad about giving him additional cards, but I really want some card draw at this point. Do we just kill that? I suppose we just kill that, right? Just put some pressure on the board. He hasn't had a Fiery War Axe yet, so he might be forced to use an awkward card for this again. Does give him 3 card draws, which is really awkward. Maybe I just drop the 4-4 and not get anything out of it. That's probably better. Yeah, that does sound better to me. It's a little weak, but it's probably fine, and it's a fine use for a 4-4. I really need some card draw at this point. That's that's what I'm trying to say here. So he could... Oh, please, give me an ooze. Give me an ooze. My kingdom for an ooze. Well, at least he's not drawing any cards with his Acolyte, so that's okay, but... I don't like where this is going. Do we infest the Tauren here? I guess we could infest the Tauren here. It eats the more important X charges. So if he uses 2 X charges on the infested Tauren, then he can't use it on. Then he can't use it on something more important like a Sylvanas. So that's kind of okay, right? We're running behind in cards, and that's not good when your opponent has a Gorahowl on the field, but we do have some weapon removal, and we just need a little card draw, basically. If I could draw an Auctioneer, that would be sweet, or just something like a Blood Mage. Thalnos, that's actually an awful top deck. Don't give me a Thalnos here. Bad draws. Bad draws. What could I get? I haven't really run into any problems with card draw yet, but one day has to be the first day, I guess. Do we sap that? I'm pretty sure we sap that. So that means we sap, we Tomb Pillager, I guess? That's kind of okay. it's too bad we can't kill the Elise here. We actually can kill the Elise if we drop the Dark Iron Skulker. But that still means we're trading in the 2/2, right? So that doesn't really matter. I guess reset this seems a little awful, and it probably is, but gotta oh, we kind of forgot to attack there. Shouldn't matter too much. That warrior is basically infinite life, so our win condition needs to be a good N'Zoth and then a Shadow Step on N'Zoth. That's how we need to win this game. And for that we need to survive later. If he has a Gorehile, then we're not really... Yeah, that's not good for us. That is not good for us. So... We're going to need an Auctioneer really soon. That doesn't really do anything, right? We can Skulker. We can Hero Power down the Ghoul, which I guess is not unreasonable. He's keeping his Gorehile on 5, which is a little scary. We have a coin. What can we do? I don't know what we can do. Nothing here is good. I'm thinking we just attack Elise and Hero Power up. We need to get a good Auctioneer turn. And if we're dropping Van Cleef here, then we pretty much just lose if he has an Execute. And I'm expecting him to have an Execute at this point. We could use a Yogg. That would be pretty sweet, I will admit. I would coin Yogg, coin Preparation Yogg even. That doesn't really help, but we could get something useful. That is not that great, though. Does the Abomination do anything for us here? I guess it's the most useful card at this point, but still not too enthusiastic about that. We'll have to do, though. Do we coin the Van Cleef? How big is Van Cleef right now? It does get damaged by the Abomination. Is it even worth playing that right now? He trades in this, and then still kills it. I don't think that's worth it. If he trades in both, then he can attack us for 5, but that's fine. He's just sacrificing the Elise for a 3/1 on the field. I guess that's fine. I guess that's actually fine. He dealt a lot of damage to us. So we've already used our Reno, so that means we're kind of in trouble. Even if, yeah, that basically means that I should have kept that in mind. I really should have remembered that. If you're playing against a control matchup, you don't dagger up at the end of your turn. You dagger up at the start of your turn. That is not how it works. So what have we got? We've got a Skulker that does nothing, we have a Van Cleef that does nothing, we have a N'Zoth that does nothing, basically. We don't even... well, we do get 2 taunts, that's not unreasonable. I kind of forgot about the Abomination already. And we're drawing a card off of that. Are we dead still? If he attacks the Abomination, then this dies, and then we take... then the Infested Tauren keeps us alive for 1 turn, I guess. I guess we can survive. In some universe he doesn't have an answer, but... So kills that... Oh, and then we're dead. Yep. That is unfortunate. But... yeah, we just lacked card draw there. I'm kinda curious how that happened. Well, we didn't draw an Auctioneer, we did draw a Loot Hoarder, I guess, but we just really need an Auctioneer, an Azure Drake, something that gives us cards. I've never before this game had a problem with the amount of cards I had in my hand, so I'm actually kind of puzzled here. Maybe I should swap the Ooze back for a Harrison, because that was a card that used to be in this deck. But I just, I was imagining there would be a lot of aggressive decks on the ladder right now. Do we even keep Ooze against the Shaman? Do we even keep Thalmuz against the Shaman? We have a pretty reasonable curve, I'd say. I can coin Van Cleef for a 4/4, then coin SI for a 3/3 with 2 damage. I don't need something on 2, so I definitely don't think I need Thelnos over here, and I think I'll keep the Ooze. The Ooze is not unreasonable. So I'm a little scared about a Tunnel Trog right now, but if he Tunnel Trogs, then we could coin Ooze, and that might be okay-ish. Do we, though? I kinda don't want to, but it's a little dangerous. We do have something to do on this turn, so that's kinda good. And that means that we can next turn... That means that we can next turn still not kill that, but the only really bad thing is coin Totem Golem, because he doesn't have the coin, so he can't Feral Spirit next turn. I think this is actually fine. We could get something useful here, like... Huge Toad is not bad. Huge Toad is not bad here. That's actually pretty good against the Tunnel Trog, especially if he totems here, although I will admit I am a little worried about Feral Spirit next turn. Can't really loot harder here. Do we just coin Van Cleave, or do we coin SI? I don't mind the coin SI either, but that means we're not playing Edwin for a while. We could hero power the totem and see where things go from there, but that's a little risky. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Let's just go with the coin SI here, because it does challenge the Trog, and even if he Feral Spirits, it at least challenges one of the spirits, so that's kinda good. That's kinda good still. And then next turn the huge Toad can deal with one of them. Then we can save the Van Cleave for a turn in which we preparation, for example. Or just a later turn, regardless. Still fine. So do we huge Toad here, or... I guess we do. That seems to be the best option over here. He could Flame Tongue it down, it would be a little ugly. But it does at least pressure him. So if he has a Flame Tongue, then he has to use the Flame Tongue, and then he probably doesn't have anything else. So that could still be fine. Does feel like I'm playing catch-up, so that's kind of not where you want to be the turn after you've used the coin, but... So maybe I should have used the coin on turn 2? It didn't seem like he had a great answer, and that is a pretty good answer right now. Especially with the healing totem on the field, but my hope is that he doesn't have anything to add right now. That does a reasonable amount of damage, but it doesn't add anything to the board, so if we get an Eviscerate, for example, that would be pretty nice. Alternatively, well, we can't really damage that in advance, so that's kind of ugly. Maybe I should have saved the SI, so I could combine a dagger hit on the Trog with the 2 damage from that. How about that? Life would be so much better if I just coin out the Van Cleave, I think. So what do we do now? This doesn't really help. Unless I get a hero power in, which is not happening anytime soon. I guess we just loot harder. Loot harder's pretty reasonable here, and I guess we ooze in that case, because the combo on the Valiant might actually be worthwhile. Actually, if we do this, then he can't trade the Trog in. That is actually kind of relevant, you know? Sure, let's do that. That means he can't trade the Trog into the loot harder for free if he's incentivized to trade somehow. I can't imagine he would like to trade here, but it's probably fine. There's the Feral Spirit, okay, so he's just going face here, but that does allow us to at least kill one of the Feral Spirits, kill the other Feral Spirit with the Loot Hoarder, so that's okay. So that's both of the Feral Spirits down at the very least. Tunnel Trog pretty safe from the Betrayal here. We could go... I should have attacked the rightmost one, because then I could have Betrayaled right now. Let's shift for a card. And then see if we have any reasonable plays. We don't. Spoilers. Yeah, Van Cleef will have to be the play here. It's probably... it's not even... I was imagining it would be bigger by now, but we basically just traded a loot hoarder and that felt like playing a card. So yeah, that's a 1-mana creature. That is a 1-mana creature over there, which I'm about to sap right now, actually. We're still alive, but I do need to draw Reno sooner rather than later. And the fact that he's running lightning bolts means that I'm probably dead right now. Actually, he did overloads for 2, so not necessarily, but if he has... No, I think I'm still alive. If he has Lava Shock, I guess. Lava Shock, Lava Burst, and then I'm in trouble. If that was a Flame Tongue Totem, I would also... I wouldn't be dead, but would be pretty close, I guess. There's the second Tunnel Trog, so how's Betrayal right now? Is he playing around Betrayal, or... Let's see... Skulker's pretty good here. Skulker seems pretty reasonable. That gets rid of most things right now. So that's pretty good. And allows me to dagger up, I guess. Alternatively, we could just develop the Ooze. If he has a Doomhammer, I'm pretty dead already. Although the Ooze might just be the answer I need against the Doomhammer if he doesn't have the second Rock Biter. I guess that's kind of okay. I can't kill the Feral Spirit without trading Edwin in or losing the Taunt. I really don't want to lose the Taunt at this point. So I guess I'll trade this and then dagger down. Yeah, that seems like the best option. I really want to preserve the Taunt here. I'm not exactly sure why, but it does eat 1 Doomhammer charge, which might just save my life. I don't know. A Lava Burst and a Lightning Bolt means I'm dead, but it's something. And I do think the Taunt is most important right now. Oh, why not? Why not? Well, that means no Doomhammer, so that's kind of good. What else do you have? A thing from below. He's playing around Betrayal, but whether he knows it or not, he is. So can we... We cannot make proper use of Betrayal. We can face check that and run the 4-3 in, which I guess is reasonable. And Reno still seems pretty good here, so that's okay.
We're gonna be rich.
Alright, we live. That's something. And unless he kills Reno, we get a 1-1 Reno in hand, and that's really good for us. So he should be worried about that, but... unless he hexes... Oh my gosh. Midrange Shaman? No, it's not Midrange Shaman, it runs Lightning Bolts. Why does he have hexes? I really don't like where this is going. So it's not a Midrange Shaman then. Yeah, it is a Midrange Shaman, but... Or it's just an aggro shaman with a hex. I'm not sure. It's the start of the season, first day, so you really can't make any decent predictions about what your opponent's playing. It's just the truth of it all. Betrayal doesn't really work. I guess it can get rid of that, so that means the Azure Drake stays alive. That's probably as good a betrayal as I'm getting, to be quite honest here. That means the 1-1 isn't killing the frog, and that means the 4-5 isn't killing the 4-4, so that's pretty worthwhile, right? The next turn we can Shadowcaster... Oh, there's the Doomhammer. Alright. So glad I saved this Ooze here. So the 4-5 can kill the 4-4 now, and probably does, to be honest. But I don't mind face-checking that one. Oh, that's bad. Taunt Totem's pretty bad here. Oh, Fan of Knives is pretty good though. So let's do that. Oh, I actually could have... I should have considered using Spell Power there. Oh well. Would he run a second Doomhammer? I don't know. I don't think he would. Basically, that's ugly. Do I want a second? I don't think I want a second ooze. That's pretty guaranteed that he will never use a Doomhammer again unless it immediately kills me, but... let's save these cards for now. This might be able to kill... there's not really anything that I need 6 damage for. I should have played the Thalmos here. Well, first of all, I should have played the Thalmos before using anything. Before using the Fan of Knives. That's a certainty. Then I would have still had a weapon with 3 damage that could have dealt with the Totemic. That would have been pretty good, wouldn't it? But I guess that's just the way it is. Anything useful? I can get another Thalmos. That might actually be better right now. Do I kill that though? I don't like where this is going. I need to draw some cards, pretty much.
Many options.
I guess playing Telnos is kind of okay, and then we can next turn start killing totems or something. He doesn't have a lot of cards either, but Shadowcaster does add a minion to the battlefield, so I guess that's not unreasonable. And I don't mind an additional Telnos here. Let's kill that. Let's attack face, because why not? I could have eviscerated the Tuskar Totemic, and I was considering that, but I think keeping it for something bigger is going to be worth it. There's a second thing from below in that deck. There might be Frameless Faceless. Oh, that's actually a point where spell power is relevant, by the way, which I kind of forgot about. But yeah, this is okay. At least, at the very least. Oh, there's a Lightning Storm. I guess the Lightning Bolt just threw me off or something. That's a good 50-50 for me. And I did draw 2 cards, so that's okay. There's a 7-7, but I can't kill that, so that's kind of good. I can even just kill that by eviscerating. I guess I kind of like that. Sure. Or would I prefer to have the minion on the field? I can actually Shadow Strike plus Perdition's Blade, which is pretty sweet.
Here we go.
I like that thought. Hold that thought. Shadow Strike, Perdition's Blade. Attack Spell Power Totem. And play the Toon Villager. There we go. Now we're cooking. And I still have a possible answer against the second Flamewreath Faceless, so that's okay. There could be Fire Elementals in this deck though, so that's kind of a problem. That's the second Hex down, okay. So he's not hexing Sylvanas, that's pretty good. And what else does he have? What are those last 2 cards? Are they Lava Bursts or something? I don't know.
Here we go.
I do know that I am killing these. And I feel pretty confident about dropping Sylvanas now, so that's pretty good. Because both hexes are down right now. I guess the deck wasn't all that aggressive, but he was running Flame Jugglers and Lightning Bolts, so that's kind of strange. I'm really confused about that, but if he... There's a Fire Elemental, alright. So we don't have spell power, so we can't kill our own Sylvanas, but as long as we have a taunt, then I shouldn't be too... Oh, if that hits Sylvanas, then we can actually eviscerate her. And possibly steal a Fire Elemental for ourselves, but that wasn't in the books for us. Oh, I can actually... Can I steal that? I can steal that if I eviscerate Sylvanas here. Is that okay? That is probably okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, I would be okay with that. So that does mean I have to throw away the preparation. I can wait a turn for that. He probably can't attack through, so that's okay. Yeah, I think I can wait a turn. That might lead to me stealing a totem though. I don't know. He might just do nothing. And Sylvanas can always attack the totem first, so that's okay. Well, that did pay off, so that's pretty good. In that case, we don't need to do anything else. We do need to kill the totem, so that's kind of important. We can actually preparation. I would like to cycle that, so that's okay. And then kill the totem, kill Sylvanas. Them's two pretty good cards. I like it. I will happily trade my Sylvanas for your Fire Elemental, sure. That also means Sylvanas has died, so I can now play N'Zoth next turn. That's pretty sweet. This Doomsayer isn't going to do a whole lot unless he suddenly plays Elemental Destruction or something, but I'm okay with that card. I'm less than okay with that card. That is a lot of power on the board all of a sudden, I will admit. I guess I will have to kill a couple of those. That's pretty much all of his hand though, so that's kind of okay. Can we make use of the Fire Elemental? Not really. So I guess we might as well trade it all away, right? Trade that away, trade that away. We can't kill the Flame Wreathed, but we can Shadow Step. We can actually Yogg. How bad can Yogg be? Yogg could be pretty good here. Let's trade this. Let's Yogg. Yogg before N'Zoth? Yeah, if we take one hit from the Flame Wreath, that's probably fine. That's the totem gone at least. That's pretty much expected. That's also pretty much expected. That's 3 more health than I had before. That's 4 damage in my own face. That is worthless imps even. Consecration. Frost Shock. His face. Okay, well that's better than my face, so that's something. I would really have liked if that had killed the Flame Wreath. That would have been really nice. Although we do get to N'Zoth now, so that's kind of okay. He can Doomhammer our face, and I'm pretty sure N'Zoth has the Tauren backing it up. So we shouldn't be immediately dead. I should have... Oh, I'm almost out of cards. That's kind of a problem. That is actually kind of a problem. So let's N'Zoth here. Let's see what we get. We do get a Tauren. That is actually a mild concern. Because I really don't want all these blood mages. Jeez, these blood mages will kill me. Do I Shadow Step a blood mage instead? I kinda want to. I don't know. I'll just Shadow Step something next turn. I don't think... Yeah, if he Lightning Storms, I might just be dead. That's pretty ridiculous. Please don't Lightning Storm me right now. Does he kill me? Oh my gosh. I should have just gone for the N'Zoth last turn. Oh jeez. Oh, that's brave. That's brave, sir. Can I kill him if I... Oh my fuck. What? Okay, well... I made a misplay. He shouldn't have been in that position if I just N'Zoth first, but what happened there? What on earth happened there? Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been interesting. Let's call it that. It's been interesting. I would recommend playing something more solid if you do actually intend on climbing and not just basically dicking around. If you have any suggestions on what deck to play in the coming few weeks before the next adventure releases, please do give me a message. Leave a comment, let me know what your opinion of this video was, and as always, have a great day, and I'll see you again probably Tuesday. See ya!